It's also to give our staff first-hand look at what the cards will be like, how they're going to operate, so they can support our customers when we roll out at the public launch.
It's the second time the Calgary Transit's used this system. What were the assurances that you got that the glitches were taken away from the last time this was tested out?
We work very closely with the vendor of the software and the cards. We had a project team that was co-located, and we worked very hard to make sure the issues that we had before were solved. We saw the system operate in the lab. We've done quite a bit of testing offline before we've gotten to this point. So a lot of improvements have been made. We've tweaked the system so it works well for Calgary, and we're pretty confident this time we can roll it out for customers.
And what would the cost be like for the second phase of testing?
The costs are fully within what we had committed to this vendor the last time, around $9 million for the system. So we don't see the $20 million we estimated if we went out back to the market for a new system. So we're pretty excited to show this for our customers and have them have a crack at using electronic fare payment.
What was the problem last time? Was it software?
It was reliability and making sure that every transaction worked. We saw some errors with the cards that we knew the experience for customers wouldn't be what we wanted. We're seeing a big difference this time. The vendors worked very hard, and we worked closely with them to make sure the experience was good for customers.
So what kind of test period do you need before you're confident enough to roll it out to the public?
Well, we're going to start about 3 months here where we're going to be actively using the system, have staff, not only Calgary Transit staff, but overall city staff have a kick at the system. We'll have some scripts so they can test out robustly how it's going to work. As we move through that, we'll be estimate to when the public launch will happen, when we can have a system out there for Calgarians to use.
So it's a 90-day test starting when? Today?
Starting today is a 90-day test, and we'll judge how well it's operating over these 90 days and look at it on a week-to-week basis. We have some pretty good test procedures that they can try to fool the system and make sure that it's ironclad when it heads to Calgarians' hands.
So it may be finished earlier than 90 days?
We still want the full 90 days. It has to operate through the cold months and make sure everything works. So we're not going to cut it off if we see things going well. We want to make sure it's robust. Given the 100 million customers that use Calgary Transit, it has to work all of the time.
How many people will be testing it?
We plan for about 1,000 people to be out there testing it in different ways, different cards that don't have any money on them, just to make sure it works perfectly.
Is it on every bus now? After the 90 days, it's just going to be active? Or?
Right now it is on probably 99% of the buses. We actually have some new orders coming in, new buses coming on the road that we're putting the system on there, but most of the buses do have it. All of the ticket vending machines on the platforms have it. So once we're ready to roll out, what we'll need to do is make sure customers know how to use them, how to use the online system to add money. So a lot of support for customers as we move into the public launch.
So it'll be a lot like Calgary Parking in that case. If you have an account with them, you can just go online and refill?
Yeah, you can do it two ways. You can have the account so it's very robust, using your credit card and putting money onto the card, but also we'll have single-use cards where you'll be able to buy the card from your local convenience store and use it just on an as-needed basis.
Are you looking ahead to other possible uses for the card, to other businesses or other ways of using it?
Certainly, we architected in such a way that it's open, and other businesses, libraries, and parks and recreation facilities would have the opportunity to use the card. So certainly we've got such a card that's flexible that way, so it's good for Calgarians. It's just a matter of getting it off the ground for transit and then expanding it out.
More of a city card than a transit card.
More of a city card. We want it to be the card for Calgarians, not the card for transit. So make it convenient and easy to use, that you'll always have that card around. And things like there'll be balance protection. If you lose your card, that we'll protect that and be able to help customers get their money back and get a new card.
Okay, thank you.